absolutely loving the physicality of this football game. There's a Mountie helmet rolling down across the 50-yard line. There's guys flying all over the football field. This is a dream come true for Mountie, man.
I think a bigger dream come through would be if the Mounties can hold on to this 14-0 lead.
Win, just win, baby.
Mounties start from their own 32. They'll hand off. Morris Tolbert gets across the 35, and he's down to the 38-yard line for a healthy gain of 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Tolbert following the middle of that line and just letting the Mounties create a hole for him.
2nd and 4 after the 6-yard pickup from Morris Tolbert. They'll hand it off to him once again, and he gets to the 41-yard line for a pickup of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Mounties, and in a short yardage situation,
yeah,
Jastrab will elect to keep Tolbert onto the field. Now they'll switch him out with Brandon Wilson.
Yeah, a little predictable there. You know, you don't like to see that, but 3rd and short, we'll take it.
Mounties still have a chance to move the chains. 3rd and about 1.5 yards. In motion is Jericho Dyko. High snap, miscommunication. They still hand it off to Wilson, and Wilson will still pick up a Mountie first down. Boy, dangerous snap there. It was nearly fumbled, but it wound up into the hands of Brandon Wilson, and he picks up 4 yards and a Mountie first down.
He's a big kid, and he showed his power there as he dragged 3 Riverside Tigers with him for the first down.
Wilson, the 5'10", 235-pound back out of Cerritos College, a sophomore. Play action here. Allo will dump off a screen pass, the tight end short, into RCC territory, leapfrogs the defender inside the 45, down to the 44. It's a 13-yard pickup and a fresh set of downs for Mount Sac.
Yeah, I giggle about Brandon Wilson on the earlier play that he said listed at 230 pounds. If he's 230, I'm 180. Okay, Chris, let's go with that.
So you're saying he's more than 230 pounds?
Oh,
huh?
He's well over 230.
1st and 10, handoff Vons. And Vons is hit hard by A.J. Hotchkins coming from the Mike linebacker spot. Just a pickup of 2 there for the freshman.
Yeah, Hotchkins is quite a hitter, as you can tell on that play. He's explosive.
2nd and 8 for the Mounties from the RCC 42. 14-0 Mount Sac. 10:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
You think this is where you go vertical?
Just get the first down.
Now you sound like me.
Vons in motion out of the backfield. He'll line up now in the slot to the near side. 4 wide set. Allo is going to look for Vons. Vons will catch it, and he'll pick up a Mountie first down inside the 35 to the 33.
Well, they split the difference there. They brought Vons out of the backfield, and he just did a little down and out, and beautiful pass by Allo. I like the way the Mounties are coming out here in the second half.
This is their first offensive drive of the second half, and they have a 1st and 10 at the RCC 33. They'll hand off to Vons. Vons will look to find some room to the far side of the field, and he's taken down at the 30-yard line. There to get him for RCC was Ray Ford.
Raymond Ford.
A 3-yard pickup for the freshman Aaron Vons, who now trots off of the field as the sophomore Tolbert back into the game. But I do agree with you, Mountie man. I've absolutely love what the Mounties have come out with here offensively in the second half.
Well, yeah, they're really mixing it up well with the run and the pass.
2nd and 7 from the RCC 30. Allo going to take a shot towards the end zone. Macon couldn't hang on to it. Overshooting Macon was Justin Allo. There's a couple of penalty markers down, though. That might have been a free play. RCC might have jumped off sides.
Yeah, RCC jumped off sides on the right side of the right end over there.
You're absolutely right. Free play for the Mounties. Wouldn't have mattered if it would have been picked. RCC hopped off sides. A 5-yard penalty will move the ball inside the 30 down to the 25.
Yeah, that was a
2nd and 2.
Smart move by Justin Allo.
He did that last week for the opening score against Fullerton. Had a free play, and that's how the Mounties got on the board last week against the Hornets. 2nd and 2. RCC going to bring some pressure. Allo going to throw. Now he's flushed out. He's going to have to get it away. Has a wide open Steven Short to the far side of the field, but Short could not hang on to the football. Incomplete. It was Ray Ford once again with a big hit, jarring the ball loose from the tight end Steven Short, and now 3rd and 2 for the Mounties.
Good call by the Mounties. Short should have came back towards the football. That's a fundamental error by the tight end. That ball's coming thrown to you. You have to come back towards it.
Got to give some credit to Ray Ford, though. He delivered a big blow
He's shown a lot of more physical play than I thought he had in him.
3rd and 2, I set the handoff Tolbert, and Tolbert's not going to get there. No, he's still on his feet. Doesn't get there. He's finally taken down in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Well,
amazing that Omaris Tolbert was able to break the initial tackle, but he wasn't able to get anything out of it.
He's a strong running back. This will be an interesting call for the Mounties. It's going to be a 45-yard field goal if they attempt the field goal.
Well, the long for Alberto Villarreal on the season is 42, and the Mounties will not send him out onto the field here. They'll go for it on 4th down and 5. 14-0 the Mounties lead. 9:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Mounties have it at the RCC 28. 4 wide set, and now whistles blow. Jastrab absolutely furious to the far side of the field. He has to burn a timeout.
Well, I don't blame the players at all. It's 4th down. They didn't know exactly what they wanted to do. I looked over at the play clock. It was at 15 seconds before they called in the play, which is plenty of time in a normal situation. But on a 4th down, I'm sure there's something a little more exotic than what you're used to seeing. And so when the Mounties lined up the line of scrimmage, there was a lot of finger pointing and what are you doing? What am I doing? You know, that
I got to ask you, do you like the call here, going for it on 4th down, especially how much RCC's offense has struggled? I mean, if you don't get it here, they start at their own 28-yard line, and they haven't moved into Mountie territory once.
Yeah, I think it's a good call. I mean, what you got 2 other choices: kick a long field goal, which could really turn nasty on you if they happen to block it.
Now, RCC's already blocked a field goal and returned one for a touchdown this year.
Yeah, and the other alternative is to punt, and you know, what's your net going to be out of that?
Well, the Mounties, they changed their mind. They're going to kick a field goal. It'll be the longest attempt for Alberto Villarreal this year. He's 12 of 15 on field goals. His long coming into the game was 42 yards. This is a 45-yard attempt. Straight away. Snap back, ball down, kick up, line drive kick. It has the distance, but it's no good. He missed it wide to the right. So the Mounties gamble and send out Alberto Villarreal to attempt his longest field goal attempt of the season, and it does not pay off. No points up on the board for the Mounties, and RCC will take over.
Yeah,
with 9:23 left to go in the 3rd.
They dodged a bullet there, literally. I mean, what a kick. That thing was 3/4 of the way up the goalpost from 45 yards out. That kid has a heck of a leg.
I just wish he had a little bit of accuracy to go along with it as well.
That's true.
4th missed field goal for Alberto Villarreal. RCC, they'll take over at their own 28. Little misdirection here. The handoff, Anderson, and Anderson crosses the 30 and gets to the 32-yard line for a pickup of 4 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, number 91 for Mount Sac, the big fella there at defensive end. He really mixed up that play. He got in the backfield and really confused the Riverside offense.
Pelicana Fuyamano.
You can say that. Player of the game last week.
It's the 12th game for the Mounties. I'm used to it. 2nd and 6. Some more misdirection. On the end around, it's Tremel Davis who's tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1. Magalay, the linebacker, there to get him. 3rd and 7 for RCC.
Boy, oh boy, I'm smelling a little panic from the Riverside side.
The different formation for the Tigers and still not working.
No.
Kraft is literally pulling out all the stops in his playbook. 3rd and 7 for RCC from their own 31. 4 wide set. Foster in motion, and now a penalty marker will fly in. A false start against the Tigers. It just keeps on getting worse for RCC offensively. Huh?
Yeah, I have to admit I didn't see that. It might have been the right tackle. That's where the Mounties were pointing.
So instead of a 3rd and 7, now 3rd and 12. 8:15 left to go, 3rd quarter. 14-0 Mounties. RCC from their own 26.
Be nice to get that turnover I was talking about.
Snap is back. King, play action, going to look to throw. Fires over the middle, but way over the head of Isaac Whitney, the intended target. The Mounties once again covering every single RCC receiver. King had nowhere to go with it. He just had to throw it up for grabs, and it went 5-10 yards over Isaac Whitney, the intended target, and another 3 and out for the Tiger offense.
Yeah, Nick King doesn't have an excuse on that one. That was just a poorly thrown football.
Zamora for the 9th time to boot it away. High spiraling kick. Aaron Vons will call for a fair catch and make it at his own 33-yard line. with 7:55 left to go in the third quarter. Mounties take over on offense, up 14-0.
Yeah, I number 29 for the Mounties again. His helmet, Derek Norman. He's a special teams guy. He better get his chin strap on because every play he's been in on special teams so far, his helmet's been flying off.
Well, we mentioned it earlier. These two teams do not like each other, but they do have a lot of respect for each other.
Yeah, I think that comes from the coaching staff, and kudos to both coaching staffs for keeping these players between the whistles.
Kudos to these fans for staying patient while all these penalty markers are being thrown. A false start against the Mounties, 1st and 15.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to start your offense off, putting yourself in a little five-yard hole now.
Both of these teams rank in the top 10 as far as penalties go. That's a stat that you don't want to be high up in, huh?
Unfortunately, it seems to be that way with Mount Sac. I think it has a lot to do with winning games big.
1st and 15, the handoff Tolbert. Tolbert across the 30-yard line, up ahead to the 35 for a 6-yard pickup.
Yep, beautiful run by Tolbert. Just made that cut and got the yards all on his own.
Tolbert, he wasn't utilized all that much last year at OCC. Came over here, won the starting job in fall camp, and he's done a fantastic job for the Mounties. Coming into the game, he was averaging 6.5 yards per carry. Do you see him as a Division I guy?
I do.
Allo, far side of the field. Tredante Hill, you love him. He'll pick up a Mountie first down. He stays in bounds before finally being pushed out at the Riverside 49-yard line. He had a touchdown earlier, and there he picks up a first down for the Mounties, a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, not large in stature, but I'm telling you, the kid works really hard in practice, and it's great to see that hard work is paying off for him in a huge game in his career.
Tolbert, the lone back. 3 wide set for the Mounties. The tight end is Steven Short. 2 receivers aligned to the near side of the field. Gilchrist, who does not have a reception yet, the lone receiver to the far side. Snap is back. Allo going to pump fake. He's going to go deep for Gilchrist. Gilchrist has it inside the 20, and he steps on out of bounds at the RCC 14.
Yeah, I
was just talking about how quiet he was. That's his first reception of the night, and it sets up a Mountie first down in the red zone.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass by Allo. Gilchrist got wide open, though. That could really stymie this Riverside defenses. They're 2 big vertical receivers that Mount Sac has.
6:45 left to go, third quarter. Mounties lead 14-0, and they're knocking on the door. Handoff to Tolbert. He gets inside the 15, down to the 13 for a pickup of 1. Boy, I know it's awfully early, but might it be a little bit of a dagger here if the Mounties could get into the end zone?
I think it could be. I think that would be a momentum switcher. You know, you talk about coming in out of the halftime and setting a statement like they did last week.
2nd and 9. They'll go back to Tolbert. Tolbert gets inside the 10, and he's stacked up at the 8-yard line for a pickup of 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Mounties. What's the play call here? 3rd and 4, down inside the 10. What do you do?
Well, I think you can look into your playbook, go play action. You know they would do that at the higher levels. Pros definitely play action. You have to freeze those linebackers in order to get somebody open just in that bubble between the safety and the linebackers.
Mars Tolbert will trot onto the sideline. Aaron Vaughn's the lone back. 2 receivers, both aligned to the far side of the field. Play action. Allo to the end zone. Macon's got it. Touchdown Mounties. His 2nd touchdown catch of the night. And the Mounties, with 5:34 left to go in the third quarter, build on their lead.
Well, I don't want to say I was a coach up here, Chris, but I think I called the play action slant, and that's exactly what Mount Sac ran there for the touchdown. Excellent play call. And the Mounties are up 21-0.
What a throw from Justin Allo, an absolute bullet over the middle to Derek Macon, who had the opening touchdown for the Mounties and now catches his 2nd one of the night, 12th on the season. Alberto Villarreal gets the extra point, and with 5:34 left to go in the third, it's 21-0 Mount Sac.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.
I know you love that.
Yeah, well, this is, right now, this is when Mountie Man usually loses his voice from yelling so much. But being up here, I conserve myself, and I'm good to go for another quarter, and I hope the Mounties are too.
Well, a quarter and a half, right? Still 5:34 left in this third quarter. The Mounties in the 10 wins that they have, in the 9 wins that they have, excuse me.